We all think we know football. We wake up, check the scores on our phones, watch the 90 minutes of theater on the weekend, and argue about who the GOAT is in the comments. This is the surface. This is the version of the sport that is packaged, polished, and sold to us by billion-dollar broadcasters and global sponsors. It is bright, it is expensive, and it is beautiful. But like any massive structure, what you see above the water is only 10% of the reality. Beneath the flashing lights of the Bernabeu and the roaring crowds of the Premier League lies a world that the authorities don't want you to explore. It is a world of forgotten scandals, glitched career paths, and secrets that have been buried under decades of legal paperwork and NDAs. Today, we are descending. We are leaving the comfort of the goals, the assists, and the tactical breakdowns. We are going into the deep water, from the man who faked an entire professional career for 20 years without playing a single competitive minute, to the ghost matches that technically never happened according to the official books. This is the football iceberg. If you have ever looked at a match and felt like something was off, like the script was already written before the whistle blew, then this video is for you. Stay tuned, because by the time we reach the final layer of this iceberg, you will never look at a football pitch the same way again. This is the ultimate deep dive into the simulation. The first level of our descent is what we call the uncanny. These are facts that are technically in the public record, but they are so mathematically impossible that they feel like a bug in the code of the universe. The 869-day simulation. Let's start with the most famous glitch in modern history, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. For 2 decades, they have defined the sport. Cristiano was born on February 5, 1985. Messi was born on June 24, 1987. The gap between them, exactly 869 days. Now look at their heirs. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. was born on June 17, 2010. Messi's eldest son, Thiago, was born on November 2, 2012. The gap between the sons, exactly 869 days. In the world of data science, this isn't just a coincidence. It is a statistical outlier that defies the law of large numbers. It's as if the algorithm that governs greatness decided that for every king, there must be a perfect, mathematically aligned rival. The Gary Lineker paradox. We often hear about clean players, but Lineker is a phantom. He played 567 professional matches at the highest level of the game. He played in the 1980s, an era where defenders would literally try to break your legs. Yet in over 50,000 minutes of football, he was never once booked. No yellow cards, no red cards, not even a technical caution for dissent. In a high-adrenaline, contact-heavy sport, to never once lose your temper or miss time, a challenge in 16 years, is biologically impossible. It suggests a level of control that feels more like a programmed NPC than a human being. The 140-90 scoreline. In 2002, a professional match in Madagascar ended 140-90. On paper, it looks like a typo. In reality, it was a psychological breakdown of the system. The team, SOLMian, was so disgusted by a refereeing decision in a previous game that they decided to sabotage the entire league. From the opening whistle, they simply kicked the ball into their own net, over and over, 149 times. The ball never left their half. It stands as the highest score in history, a permanent glitch caused by human spite against the machine. Now we sink deeper. This is level 2. Here, the legends aren't made of skill, they are made of lies. The king of the con, Carlos Kaiser. Imagine being a professional footballer for 20 years. Imagine signing for the biggest clubs in Brazil, like Flamengo and Fluminense, and even playing in France. Now, imagine doing all of that while being completely unable to play football. Carlos Kaiser was a master of social engineering. He would befriend the most famous players in the world like Bebeto and Zico and convince them to recommend him to their clubs. Once he signed a contract, he would immediately pull a hamstring in the first training session. Because medical technology was limited in the 80s and 90s, the clubs couldn't prove he wasn't hurt. He would spend months recovering, earning a massive salary and hanging out with celebrities. He even hired friends to act like agents on toy mobile phones to make himself look busy. He spent 2 decades as a professional athlete without ever playing a full 90 minutes. He proved that in football, the brand is often more powerful than the talent. The ghost match of 1954. During the 1954 World Cup, West Germany defeated the unstoppable Hungarian mighty Magyars. It was called the Miracle of Bern. But for decades, a darker theory has circulated. Rumors suggest the German team was injected with Pervitin, the same methamphetamine used by Nazi soldiers in World War II. They weren't just fit, they were chemically overclocked. Shortly after the final, several German players fell mysteriously ill with hepatitis. Was the first great miracle of the World Cup actually the first great chemical glitch? The official records are silent, but the biological evidence remains in the shadows. We have reached level 3. This is the core of the iceberg. This is where the governing bodies and the billion-dollar corporations live. The 1998 final mystery. Every football fan remembers the 1998 World Cup final, but nobody can explain what happened to Ronaldo Nazario, the original Fenomeno. On the afternoon of the final, he suffered a mysterious convulsion in his hotel room. He was foaming at the mouth. He was blue. His teammates thought he was dying. He was taken off the team sheet. Then 30 minutes before kickoff, he was magically back in the starting lineup. He played like a ghost. He was walking. He looked lost. France won 3-0. To this day, the truth remains locked away. Was it a medical error? Was it an extreme reaction to stress? Or was it pressure regardless of his health? When the money is that big, the player becomes an asset, not a human. The 2002 assisted run. The 2002 World Cup was supposed to be the new frontier for enough to crush any logic. This is where we ask the final, terrifying question. Is any of this real? When you see a player like Erling Haaland score 50 goals by standing in the exact same spot 50 times, when you see Leicester City win a league title at 5,000 to 1 odds just as the Premier League was losing global viewers, when you see the same patterns repeat every 40 years like a perfectly timed loop, you have to wonder. We analyze the stats on our EliteBook i7 laptops. We make our clean tech charts. We talk about XG drama on Earth where the ending isn't written, yet the patterns are so perfect they feel designed. The iceberg doesn't end here. It goes into the darkness of the 2026 season and beyond. But for today, we return to the surface. Next time you watch a match, look at the corners of the screen. Look at the coincidences. Look at the script. And ask yourself, what is the secret they are keeping from you today? If you want to keep descending into the truth, subscribe to Rise Zone. We don't just watch the game, we break the simulation. I'm invisible. Thanks for watching.